AITA for refusing to apologize to my son's dad's stepchildren for moving out while I was still a kid. I, 28F, have a son, Jake, 7M, with my ex, Mark, 30M. Mark and I split up amicably when Jake was 2. We've done our best to co-parent, and things have generally been okay between us. Mark got remarried a couple of years ago to Lisa, 32F, who has 2 children from a previous relationship, Alex, 10M, and Emma, 8F. Now, here's where things get complicated. My childhood wasn't exactly a fairy tale. My parents divorced when I was 6, and my mom remarried a guy named Steve when I was 8. Steve had 3 kids from his previous marriage, Tom, then 12, Sarah, then 10, and Lily, then 9. Moving in with Steve and his kids was rough. It felt like I was always an outsider. Tom, Sarah, and Lily made it clear that they didn't want me around, and Steve didn't do much to help. My mom was wrapped up in her new marriage and didn't really notice or, worse, didn't care. By the time I was 14, I couldn't take it anymore. I moved in with my dad and his new family. Life wasn't perfect there either, but at least I wasn't treated like an intruder in my own home. I had my own space, and my stepmom was kind, though distant. I thrived there in a way I never could at my mom's. I finished high school with good grades and eventually went to college, where I met Mark. Fast forward to now. A few months ago, Mark and Lisa invited me to a family gathering. They said it would be good for Jake to see his extended family, including Lisa's kids. I agreed and went along. The gathering was fine, a bit awkward but nothing unbearable. However, at the end of the night, Lisa pulled me aside and told me her kids wanted to talk to me. Apparently, Alex and Emma had overheard bits and pieces of my childhood story. They knew I had left my mom's house to live with my dad and that it had something to do with my step-siblings. They had lots of questions and seemed confused about the whole situation. Lisa asked me if I would apologize to Alex and Emma for setting a bad example by leaving my mom's house as a kid. I was stunned. Apologize? For what? For saving my sanity? For finding a place where I wasn't treated like an unwelcome guest? I refused. I told Lisa that my situation was complex and that I didn't feel comfortable discussing it with her kids, let alone apologizing for it. Lisa didn't take it well. She said I was being selfish and setting a bad example for Jake, that I should show her kids that family sticks together no matter what. This has caused a rift between Mark and me. He thinks I should just apologize to keep the peace. He says it's no big deal and that it would mean a lot to Lisa and her kids. But to me, it is a big deal. My childhood was painful, and I made the best decision I could at the time. Apologizing feels like admitting I was wrong to take care of myself. I've been going back and forth on this. On one hand, I don't want to cause unnecessary drama or make things harder for Jake. On the other hand, I feel like I have a right to stand by my decisions and my experiences.